guys, so in today's video, as you can see from the title, I wanted to be as raw as possible. So no fancy makeup, no fancy clothes, and not even my hair. I didn't even like bother combing my hair this morning. You must be thinking I should stop giving myself excuses for being lazy, right? Anyway, I know that if I were to talk about my imperfections without actually showing them to you all, you guys probably wouldn't believe it or wouldn't even agree to it. So here I am going to show them to you today, and please bear with me as I walk through each of them with you. So I have a really weird forehead. It's neither round or flat, it's like in between. And when I was younger, I used to be so insecure about it. I used my bangs to cover it all of the time, and whenever I had to reveal it in school, my peers would make fun of it and call me a 罗汉语. Oh my god. If you think that I have perfect hair, do think again. Oh my god, Naomi, you have flawless skin. What? Look at those acne scars, man. My nose is so fat, it actually looks like a bell. Look at that disgusting overbite. I would have to use my hands to cover my mouth whenever I wanna laugh. My biggest insecurity would definitely be my legs. My thighs are so fat and my legs are really short. People in school used to make fun of them all the time. I got ditched because of my height before, and almost every guy that I know in my entire life has thinner legs than I do. Most of us that seem perfect aren't actually that different from the rest, you know. It's just that maybe we are better at covering up, or we are just better at hiding who we really are. I know some of you might be thinking right now like, what the hell, Naomi? You look totally fine without makeup. Yeah, maybe that's because I got my eyebrows embroidered and my eyelashes extended. And that's not all. Since primary school all the way even until last year, I've always been mocked for having hairy arms, hairy legs. And a funny thing was I was even being called a monkey. Yeah, now that I think of it, it's actually quite hilarious. I mean, thank God for IPL, right? And making the already bad situation worse, being quite the early bloomer made life even harder than it was supposed to be. I started breaking out at age 11 and had acne issues by the time I reached 13. And come on, seriously? That was the age where most of my peers had beautiful flawless skin that resembled baby's ass. Boys in school made fun of me. I remember them calling me names like pimple face, and time to time I'll get weird stares from different people as if they were disgusted by me, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because I was pretty much disgusted with myself as well. Not to mention arranging meetups in the night instead of the day because it wasn't like sunny, bright, in your face, look at my pimples kind of shit, you know, so yeah. Along the way, because I was young and being on the internet, I was always the easy target to hate on. I'm pretty sure every feature of mine has been badly criticized by people before. I used to be so insecure, so unconfident about myself. I hated who I saw in the mirror. I hated who I saw in the mirror. In fact, I wish I didn't have a mirror. Like, why the hell did people have to invent mirrors, right? And it obviously didn't help when technology started advancing. Social media was so easily accessible to everyone, anywhere, at any time. Because that means that not only do I have to feel bad about my flaws, I had to be reminded that there are a million girls out there with beautiful features that I can only dream about. Anyway, what I want to say is that if you are currently like how I used to be, you will definitely get better as soon as you start accepting yourself for who you are and accepting your shortcomings, because you can either choose to deal with, you know, who you are and what you are, or allow yourself to dwell on the things you don't have and be miserable every single day. You know, being an online personality, I face the media every single day. It's like, it's my job, right? It's part of my life. I have to be on the internet, and sometimes as much as I choose to ignore things, they are just there. I got better not because I am finally over it, you know. You'll never be over it. You'll just get used to it. You'll just get used to people saying things like that. You'll just get used to not being the best, not being perfect, not being the most beautiful girl out there. Because no matter how good you are, there will always be someone better than you. It's like you're going to go under the knife to get double eyelids today just because society tells you, you know, double eyelids are nice, blah blah blah. And then what if 10 years down the road, someone's gonna tell you, no, now the new trend is to have single eyelid. What the hell are you going to do? It's like, how many times exactly do you want to conform to the standards set by society just because they tell you that this is the definition of what beauty is? Why can't you create that standard for yourself? Why can't you tell yourself, you know, to me this is beautiful, it doesn't matter what anyone else out there says. It's like most people can get a sharper nose, bigger eyes, or thicker lips if they want to, but my height, I'm short, I can't change it. Yes, I know there are existing surgeries that you can, you know, break your legs or something to become taller, but really, it's like I could save myself a huge sum of money and from the suffering if I were to convince myself that it's fine to be this way. Just because supermodels are usually tall and beautiful, it doesn't mean that I can only be beautiful if I'm tall, right? Trust me, that it's never going to be easy. In fact, it's harder than it used to be, because in this current world we live in, it's so competitive. It's like everyone just want to better themselves, and you want to better yourself. I want to better myself as well. So it's normal, it's totally normal. But my point is, you don't have to feel horrible about yourself just because other people have things that you don't. My best advice is to actually surround yourself with people that appreciate you for who you are. I went through many toxic relationships and friendships to finally understand that, because I was so insecure because I was with guys that made me feel like I wasn't worthy. I was with tons of superficial friends that only cared about their exterior. These people indirectly affect the way your mind thinks as much as you try to have, you know, self-control. So even if you can't be positive, at least let the people around you be positive. I know watching this video might only make you feel good for as long as this video lasts, or maybe just through the night, and probably the next morning when you wake up, you're just feeling as shitty and sucky about being in your own skin. But it's your choice. A lot of times we think that we can't control how our mind feels, but we can, we actually can. It's just how you choose to deal with it that matters. Of course, I don't mean like you can literally choose to feel happy just because you tell yourself, I want to feel happy. Or like you can't literally want to feel bad just because you tell yourself, I want to feel bad. It's just that it's the situation you choose to put yourself in. If you know that cooping up at home would make you feel worse than you already feel, you don't just continue to sit there and make yourself feel bad, right? You walk out of the house and find things that will make you feel better. That's what I mean by you have a choice. So I guess that's all I have to say, and I really sincerely hope that this video would allow you to realize that not everyone's perfect. Everyone has their own flaws, including many other girls out there who you think is perfect just because they choose to show you that side of them on the internet. Before I end, I know that it's probably gonna take a while before I do a video like that again, so I recently created an account called You Ain't Alone, and it's an Instagram account. I created that account hoping that many people would understand that they are not facing things alone, that there's someone else out there who has been through or is going through similar things as well. So you can check it out. You can choose to follow or not follow, it's up to you. But I just wanted you all to know that you ain't alone. But moving on from that, let's do something special and different today. Leave a comment down in the comment section below telling me what is your insecurity. I encourage all of you to do it so that you know you can actually face it. Not everyone has the courage to share and face their own problems and imperfections. So I feel like that's the first step to accepting yourself for who you are. I'll try my best to reply to them as much as possible. So yeah, I will see you guys soon. Bye bye!